Yogi, welcome. In this video, we're going to look at the postures involved in the Sun Salutation, or Suryanamaska, where we bow to the sun, we give it our gratitude, and we emulate that sun. We become sun energy. We open up with a ha, and we close down with a ta. It's the sun moon energy. We embrace those opposites. You know the first three postures. It's mountain, flying mountain, and forward bend. Those are followed by a lunge, a downward facing dog, a plank, an 8-point pose, a cobra, and then we're back into our downward facing dog and our lunge, flying mountain and mountain. So let's have a look. I'm going to go straight to the lunge position. So we're starting in lunge from forward bend. So we start the whole thing in mountain pose. We fly up into flying mountain and then we exhale into our forward bend. So from our forward bend with the head hanging down, we lift the chest and chin, step the right leg back and look forwards. So resting our hands on the floor, our back leg is slightly bent and taking our hips as low as we can. The knee here is in line with the ankle. We don't want it too far forwards and we don't want it far back either. And it also shouldn't be pointing outwards or inwards. So just nicely above the ankle. From this lunge position with the chest lifted, the shoulders back and down, we take our left leg back to join that right leg. So we exhale, place the hands on the floor and put the toes next to the right toes. We look at the knees and we aim our chest towards those knees. The knees can be as bent as they need to in order to get your spine as straight as you can. It may be that your spine is very rounded out to start with. So the more you can bend your knees, the more you free up your hips so that you can move your spine around and try and get some flatness into your spine. The shoulders again are away from the ears. The middle finger is pointing forwards and the first finger and the thumb aim to be grounded down on the floor. This is something that develops over the years as you practice yoga. Your calves, like I said, your legs will be bent and you'll place your heels as close as you can to the floor. They may not go onto the floor, but don't worry about it. From here, we push forwards into our plank position. We want to have the body as straight as possible, the chin's tucked. We're avoiding being too much up in the air and too much saggy. Body as straight as we can in the plank position. The arms are supporting the weight of the body. From here, we lower the knees, lower the chin and the chest, and we exhale down into 8-point pose. So we have our toes, our knees, our chest, our hands and our chin on the floor. From here we flatten the feet and come up into cobra. So lifting the weight through the hands and pressing up into cobra. You don't have to come up high. The elbows are tucked in to the side of the waist. The chest is lifted, the shoulders again away from those ears. We can use the glutes to help lift that back so they can tighten, and we have energy in our toes as well and down the length of of our legs. So it's not a floppy pose at all. Tuck the toes under and we lift up, pressing the hips backwards, pressing down through the hands to return to our downward facing dog. Letting the head hang down, the chest press towards the knees, and bending or straightening the knees as much as you need. From here, we bounce that right leg forwards into lunge. Now, for some people, that movement is much too much to start with, so we adapt it. From here, we take the foot through as far as we can get it, and then we take the same side hand and help it through again as far as it'll go. This will take time, so adapt yourself, lifting the chin and chest, doing what you can to place that heel on the floor between the two hands. Again, this may take months or years. Don't worry, there's no hurry. You've got your whole life. So here we've inhaled into our right leg lunge. The exhale bends that back leg and bounces through again to place the toes together, or as close together as they will go, into our forward bend. Shoulders are away from the ears. The head hangs down. This is an exhale move. The inhale lifts up into flying mountain, and the exhale returns us to our Anjali Mudra, our mountain pose. We're at the halfway stage here of our Suryanamaska because we're going to do the same thing on the left-hand side. So from here, fly the arms up into flying mountain, inhaling. Swan dive, exhale, in to forward bend. The left leg steps back into lunge. It's going to feel different on this leg, don't worry about it. Remember that knee above the ankle, facing forwards, lifting the chest and the chin, lowering the hips as far as they'll go. Maybe they won't go very low, don't you worry. It's all about time. Sukha, be easy with what you've got. And know that this is the perfect version of you right now. And we can accept that. The exhale takes the step back of the right leg to join the left leg into downward facing dog. Breathing out, looking through the knees, chest, relaxing down towards those knees. The inhale comes forwards, hovers over those hands into plank. Body as straight as you can get it, shoulders away from the ears. The knees lower down. We lower the chest and the chin to the floor, exhaling into 8-point pose. We inhale into cobra, lifting the chin, lifting the chest, lifting the waist out of the low back. If there's any tension that you feel in that low back, then lower your cobra off a bit until you don't have tension here in that low spine. We're being kind to ourselves here. Remember, it's ease. The purna is the perfection of the pose in this moment. So always back off if you've gone too far. We exhale to turn the toes under, press back into our downward facing dog. Looking through the knees, dropping the chest towards the knees. Exhaling, making sure the thumb and forefinger are grounded and the middle finger is pointing forwards. The inhale makes that lunge move, giving that left leg all of the help it needs. as you lift up. So remember, if you get caught on the ground here, it's all good. We help that leg through a little bit to the best of our current ability with our knees, ankles and hips, lifting the chin and the chest and dropping those hips down, the shoulders away from the ears. The exhale again is going to bounce that back leg through. Again, it may take a few little stutter steps to get it through to join the foot in front, so you have the feet together. Lower the head, exhaling. The inhale raises up into flying mountain, and the exhale comes back down into Anjali Mudra. So there is our Suryanamaska, the two sides of the sun and the moon. We worship the sun. You'll see the full flow in the Suryanamaska video. Namaste.